YouTube, how the devil are you doing? It's Cooler King checking in again. I hope that you are fine and dandy. So today we're going to look at this big monster from Ancoats Bag Company. Without further ado, let's find out what it is. So before I start, if you don't want to watch the backstory of this, there's a time somewhere on the screen. Fast forward to that and you can see the actual package. Essentially, a while ago, I was looking on Instagram to find a specific bag that I wanted, a type of bag, and I didn't really find what I wanted. I expanded my search and spent days trawling through the internet, and I came across Ancoats Bag Company, which is probably about 10 to 15 miles away from my home. So it's not a million miles away at all. Didn't even know it existed. I started to follow the account on Instagram, Facebook and everything like that, and I started to message with John, who is the owner of Ancoats Bag Company, and I bought a pouch off him originally, which is a one-off Dyneema pouch with Multicam Black. I shall link up here to the video of that, just in case you wanted to watch it. And we got talking about tote bags, because that is primarily what he makes. It was always my intention to get one from him. He does full custom builds and they look pretty good. Fast forward to the summer of this year, and the mill where he works from, he has a couple of units within there. They did an open day where you could go down, visit the mill, see all the other makers and artists that are based in there, and have a bit of a wander around. As it's not that far away, I saw an excuse, an opportunity to go and grab a coffee and to go and see John and to actually get hands on with one of these tote bags and have a bit of a fondle. Meeting John, he showed me his full range of these tote bags, and in conversation he said that he was going to do a small run of the bag that he made for himself, which is called the 4-Way Domestic Operations Tote Bag. That was the bag that I was holding, and I was very impressed with what I saw, so it just had to be. I pretty much came away knowing that I had to have that exact bag, and I messaged him a couple of times after this day, and within probably say 2-3 days or something like that, I'd paid for the bag and it was on the order list already. Now, one thing that we had discussed, because I was going to be having a custom bag, and I'd said that I wanted sort of Multicam Black, maybe black but with some blue. John has gone out of his way to make this bag super special for me, and he ordered extra material in just to cover this bag. So without further ado, let's have a look at it. It's just worth mentioning that the packaging that it comes in is some nice black paper, obviously sealed together with a sticker, and here it is, the Domestic Operations 4-Way Tote Bag. In with this we have a card, and on the back there it tells you a little bit of ethos about the company and himself going forward, what he wants, and it's just a cool little card. And we also get a very nice letter that's the general sort of care of the bag, telling you a bit more about John and Ancoats Bag Company. He's put a nice little handwritten note on there as well, which is always a nice touch with the handwritten note. I do like that myself, and I have started to try and do them on more of the colour borders. Anyway, so the bag itself is a monster. So I'll just move back a little bit. So this is a monster of a bag. They come in two sizes. This is the large size, the standard size. It's a few centimetres shorter in each of the dimensions, but this height here is 44 centimetres. It will pretty much eat any of your laptops quite easily. The width between these 2 points here is 42 centimetres. And then as it's a tote bag, we can see it is tapered naturally by the shape of this thing, and at the bottom here it is 9 centimetres wide. So I mentioned about the blue, so the first thing that you can see on this is this striking blue strap. On all the other ones that he's made so far of these are orange straps, because that's the general colour that it does. Orange strap and orange interior, but he can custom make all the other totes that he makes, custom make anything, any material, any sort of strap. Onto the material, so this is an X-Back X50 material, which is basically a laminate on the inside, which you might just be able to make out there, and on the front it is a Cordura fabric on the top of that. Very hard wearing. This bag will last a lifetime, no doubt about that. Staying on the outside, we have Multicam Black hook and loop field down here, and we have the Ancoats Bag Company tag sewn in there. There is also one on the opposite side of the bag in the seam there as well. So then looking at the top here, we have an Aquaguard YKK zipper. We have some nice aluminium zip pulls there, which are just nice to, you can change them if you didn't want them, but they are nice. So the zip, lovely YKK, and you can see that blue pop in there already. So this is the material. This is another X-Pack material inside there, which, as I say, John's gone out of his way to order this specifically for me and for this. I felt like a bit of a diva, didn't really want to put him out and make him do anything different than what he would do. My thing is that I want him to enjoy making it, so if you don't like blue, you might not put the same sort of heart and soul into it, which is not the case. He would do anything for anybody. He's a lovely guy, and obviously he's done this for me. So looking inside the bag, should we move the camera? Probably. So looking inside the bag here, first off we're met with this very large opening, and at the bottom you can just about make out the strap, which we shall come back to. So you can just see the black lines at the bottom of the bag. Everything is double stitched. It's got some nice webbing on there to keep it all nice, neat and tidy. That's on everything. That's just a silica gel pad. On the front of the bag on this side we have a nice large opening there and one there for notebooks, for your phone maybe, and then there's a couple of slots in the middle there for pens. There is also another one on this side here, which is a little bit bigger than the pen one. There isn't on that side there, that's just one large opening. Spinning it round, you can just about make out we have two zips here, again on YKK AquaGuard. That's a nice sort of secure zippered pouch there that has a nice little zip garage there, keeping them nice and tidy and neat out of the way. And again, the same on that, sort of hand deep. And I mentioned about your laptop, there is another opening here, which would possibly be a secondary type opening. So the eagle-eyed people amongst you will realise that I've only shown you the inside and the front. The back is where a lot of magic happens on this bag. It is called the Domestic Operations Tote, and John has used his iteration of this for many things. There's a couple of straps here which you can just about make out there, bearing in mind it is camouflage. These are backpack straps, but you can stow these slightly, and he's had a skateboard sort of lashed between there. Just here there is a pass-through for your suitcase, your roller trolley, whatever, and again at the top here you can still have it going through both. John does do some extra straps for these which I haven't got. They are in my car on my phone at the moment, which have little toggles on, which I will do a video when they come. They have little toggles on, so you can toggle there, so it gives you an extra lashing point to put coats through or whatever you wanted to do. Use it to strap to other things, so if you wanted to attach this bag to something else then you could do. Got some nice chunky fidlock here which are just amazing. I love fidlock. Magnets, how do they work? I don't know, it's just attractive. Or attraction. As I've said, this strap does come out of the way, so we undo the fidlock, and then just below here we can pass it behind here, thread it through, obviously connect your fidlock again, tighten that up so that's out of the way. Can't really tell off there, but obviously this one's wobbling about a bit more, this one's nice and tight, so if you're going to carry it as a tote or as a sling then you can do, because that's nice and tidy out of the way. Let's have a look at what it looks like on. So we have these two handles here. Obviously the first way of carrying it is just in your hand using these two handles. The second way would be to pass your arm through there and have it as a nice on-shoulder tote, which is quite in vogue at the moment. We do have obviously the capability of expanding these fidlocks out and using it as your backpack, which is nice and tidy, nice and comfy. And then remember this bad boy? Incidentally, you can get this in any colour strap that you want as well. If you want it to match your bag, then you can do. Obviously, I've got the Multicam Black one. We have some lovely quality rugged clips here. And on the rear of the bag, we have two mounting points. So you can wear it as a sling, nice and tidy, using the straps over your shoulder or in your hand. And of course, the backpack straps as well. So there we have it, a quick look at the Ancoats Bag Company 4-way domestic operations tote bag. I know that this is going to last a lifetime. The quality of the materials that have gone into it, the quality of the craftsmanship that's gone to making it as well. It's just a fantastic bag. I can't really stress to you the possibilities with this sort of system on the back, this sort of molly, different attachment points top and bottom, that's just going to give us quite a lot of modularity, different ways that will work for me to carry this in a different way, and also for yourself if you was to get one. These fidlock straps, I think they're amazing, just love them. It's going to work really well, and I can't wait to get this out into the wild, take some photographs of it and actually use it and put it through its paces. So that's it. If you have any questions about the bag or Ancoats Bag Company, put them down below. I should do my best to try and get back to you as soon as I can. I'll link up here to some other videos I think you might be interested in. If you're not a subscriber already, then please do consider doing so. Thanks for watching, take care, I shall see you on the next one.